Hello everybody, this is Snowiifrog giving you another guide for Europa Universalis 4 Conquest of Paradise. This one's on migration, and there's quite a few things we'll look at here. First off, a good advice is when you want to do migration here, the first idea you'll take in the native diplomatic ideas, I would suggest to be Travoy, the migration cooldown of 25%. Just to get that out of the way, highly recommend doing that right off the bat. As you can see here, I'm ready to migrate. But before I'm gonna migrate, I'm actually gonna show you a few things that you need to remember when doing the migration. First here, let's take a look at the culture map mode. Right now we're Yakutsk yeah, this is our, I'll move a little bit up here, we're Shawir. There we go. This is our culture. If I move to Dakota, I will be to Yanapava, I will be a Dakota culture. So when you migrate, you'll take the culture of whatever that province has. So here you'll be Iroquois or Chihuahua again. Any of these small here, Cherokee, Huron, Cherokee down here as well. So you need to take a look at what you're considering changing to. And as you can see, there's who are accepted and closest. But this is Chihuahua, and well, just remember, check out the cultures if you want to settle. Because if I go here, I can see, well, I have 3 provinces here, I've got 1 here, so when I'll settle down, these will be the same culture I am. That's quite nice. Second thing, take a look at the provinces. We could take to any one province right next to us. So we can go here, which has normal wind. That's nothing. We've got the resources depleted. That's because I actually started here and migrated on. And then there's the Arctic and the normal weather, but that's nothing to think about right now. If we go other places, you can see there's a river estuary. That is a really good place to find. I think there's a few over here as well. There is one, and there's another one. So these are very good to take a look at because they'll give you local trade power if you migrate there. Another thing, taking a look at the provinces again. You can see here, base tax of 3. 2, 1, and 2. Being that you're a migrating tribe, you will only have the culture, the income of that one little province. So, to keep on feeding your armies and so on, you need to consider this a little bit. And then the tactics, of course, of where you want to go. In my case, this is a vassal, so depending on where I would like to go, I could go up here and try and see if I could vassalize these 2 as well, or I could try and go back down, but this would end up in a lot of wars with these guys, or I could try and go over here and see if I can get these guys. But that's just some tactics I need to think about. But then again, if you can see here, this province got fur. If I migrate out of it, you can see these don't produce anything yet. This is even unknown, even though I've already been there. And that means that when I leave this will be unknown again. So you could migrate back to your old province and get a new strategic good. So considering that it's not bad migrating back and forth, but there is the penalty of tax modifying depletion of -50. As you can see, this one is still going on for another 15 years. I think it's 20 years it's going on from the migration. We can see that in just a second when I'm gonna migrate. You can press this up here, and I'm thinking of going here. The good thing about migration is it's gonna give you 50 of each point up here. So a migrating tribe will be a little faster to get the native ideas here, and then you can settle down. So that's actually the reason why migration can be very useful. Then again, for me starting here, it could also be very useful for me just getting the hell away from all of this down here, getting away, getting up here, taking these, or I could just stay here and colonize over and take this entire area. Just by migrating a little bit up and trying to take over these guys as vassals before I do anything else. And then go down and take, well, kick these guys' butt. But that's depending on your strategy. I think I'm gonna move here, so let's press the migration button. And as you see, your troops and everything in it will be jumped. That even includes if your troops is in another country, another province here, and they migrate, then your troops will be migrated along with it. So if I just, to say I have invaded the Ojibwe, these Ojibwa, I can't say their name, these natives. But if I was just ending a war here and they just migrated, my troops would actually go with it. Just so you know, everything in that province will jump. If you have any buildings, and I mean it, any buildings in your province, they will be killed, destroyed. So, good advice, don't build any buildings. If you're planning on migrating on, it's not really worth it. If you take a look at the goal, even if you got the, where is it, here, build cost 20%, then your buildings will cost an 8 gold, and the tax income of 1, and 8 gold, that will take 8 years. And if we go and take a quick look here, and migration counter, our next possible migration is actually in 3 years. So I would actually, and that even takes 1 year to build, so I will have 2 years of income, which would be 2 gold, and I'll pay 8 gold for it, and I'll pay diplomatic points, monarch points on top of that. So do consider not building anything. If there's something you need to build, then it would be the fortified house, and I would only use that if I was placed up here or something, or if I was placed next to quite a few provinces where I wanted to take some of them as vassals before. Maybe even a big place like these, the Cherokees. I would increase my force limit to 10, build a big army, try and vassalize them, and then just move on. Because then I could also integrate them. As soon as I settle down, I will just start the integration process, and I will actually have quite a decent area to be taking other provinces in. So that's a good idea as a migrating tribe, I'd say, is vassalize a lot of small provinces. Another thing on the province-wise here, vassalizing. Yes, you can have your vassals while migrating. Another thing is, if you're trying to integrate, if I was to integrate the Cheyenne and they just migrated, then sadly my diplomat will return. So the integration would stop. So that's why it'll gonna take a bit of time for you to be able to integrate migrating tribes. But then again, as soon as they just settle a little bit down or make a colony, or you can, just as they jump, you can try and integrate them with enough bonuses. For instance, if you've got the, where are they? The diplomatic reputation bonus here. This will help you very much in integrating at a later point. But that's just some of the strategies around migrating. It can be very, very useful. As you see, 3 years, and I'll gain another 150 monarch points. For every 3 years, I jump. So in a 10-year basis, 30-year basis, while I'm jumping around, earning my normal monarch points, I would actually have earned 1,500, or exactly one of each of these ideas here. So that's quite substantial. And with the humiliation cases build away, you can get another 20 diplomats and a diplomatic reputation from invading small native tribes. You could go quite fast up on the tech tree here and then settle down. But that's all some of the migration ideas you can play a little bit with. So I hope this was helpful for you, though it was a lot of information. Also, right here on the bat, I almost completely forgot. When you migrate, you see my merchant just popped out of its center of trade, so I actually have to send him back. It's not a huge thing, but you need to remember that you'll lose another 10%. And now I get the new thing produced in my province, which will be fur. You will also always collect from your own trade, do remember that, but you'll have to resend him for the plus 10% bonus. So, see you guys later. Bye.